Hi, this is Julio Gamboa, and this is the second assignment of BIT206 network design. And we're gonna work with Zabbix. It's a software of network monitor. This version is 3.2.4, and we already create a couple of virtual machines that are running in bridge adapter that will provide us different IP addresses, but under the same subnet. And after the installation of our Zabbix, we need to install the agents in our host in order to get into our server and record the monitoring of what's going on with the computer or how is the use of the network. So for the installation of the agents, I strongly recommend go straight away to the repository website of Zabbix, because I was trying to do it over internet and all the addresses are quite old. Before used to be called Zabbix release, and nowadays it's called Zabbix agents. So going back to our Zabbix server, the first task that we're gonna use or we're gonna perform is the configuration or addition of host. And in this case we have to go to configuration, host. So I already add a couple of hosts here. This one it's our virtual machine. If we can check the IP address, we can see that it's 192.168.0.109, and it's this one that we got here. So for purpose of testing, let's go to delete. It was running with all its agents, and let's gonna do it again. So let's gonna create our host again. Let's go to create a host named Ubuntu house. This is specified because every time that you make a connection in different sites, it will give you another IP address, so you have to make sure that the address of your host is matching with the address that you are assigning in the Zabbix server. In this case is 192.68.8 109. We are not it's not mandatory to put in this case the DNS, because if there is no response for the DNS, it will cause problems in the connections. Let's gonna select our group. In this case are one of the Linux servers, or we can assign as a virtual machine. Any of the case, it will work just for to selecting which group is going to belong. So we're gonna add our host. It's already here. It's not running with the, it's enabled, but it's not recording anything because it's not active the agents yet, and there is no any template that it's assigned to this computer. So let's gonna select one of the templates. Because it's a host, we're going to just select the templates of operating system of Linux. So let's go to select our template of operating system Linux. Select. We add it to our host and we update the host, and let's go forward. Okay, we already got our template. Now we have to go back to our Ubuntu host. So I will show you how to install the agents command line by command line, but I will be stopping the video to save some time. So this one will be our first command line. Once downloaded that, this one will be our second line, and finally an update or folder, and we should be able to install our Zabbix agent without any problem after the download of the whole repository from the Zabbix website. After the installation, we have to edit this file in order to connect it to be connected with the Zabbix server, to allow our server to monitor this host. So in this file we're gonna edit just the server address for our current Zabbix server address, and the name assigned in Zabbix for this host, and in this case is Ubuntu host. Once updated the file, we restart our agent and it should be ready to run. Let's go back to our Zabbix server. Let's try to reset this, and there you have it. It's now running. And so I got a couple of hosts here. This one is my virtual machine. This Ubuntu here is this little computer, and for testing purpose, this one is our Zabbix server, monitored by our Zabbix servers. And now let's go to our next task. It will be the configuration of users and groups. For the configuration of users or groups, we're going to administration, user groups, and we're going to create a new one. We're gonna call him Zabbix admin test, and he's gonna be an administrator. We'll be able to debug. We're gonna add some permissions to read and write all the groups or of our hosts, and including their subgroups. So let's gonna add our group. It's already here. It's able to debug and to make any change in all the groups. So now we're going to users, and at the moment I got just one admin and one guest, which is what it comes by default for Zabbix. Create a new user. I already create a new one when I was testing this, and that's gonna create it here faster. And of course it's gonna be uh, one of the group that we already created. And any password here will be fine for testing. You can change the theme of the GUI of the Zabbix, and we're going to media. Media is gonna provide us or we have to provide emails or phone numbers where we want the alert from Zabbix when something's going wrong. So the point here, com, and let's gonna add this one, and don't save this. Let's gonna add another one, which is gonna be phone number. You're gonna add here, and we already got an email and a number where the alerts is gonna be sent. If we go into permissions, this one will allow us to give them all the power, if we can say so, or allow them to do pretty much everything to our new user. And once we have done all of this, we can add our new user. And I don't know what is showing me this. Let's see, let me check this. This one is the password that I was using here. I don't know what's going on here. Let's change the password. And we're gonna update this, and it should be done now. Now let's log out from the Zabbix one, the Zabbix user, and let's try with the new one. Yep. Now we can see that it's giving us all the permissions to perform any task as a super user. So let's keep working with this. Now with our new user, we also can create a configuration of actions to send alerts. We're going to configuration actions, and I already created one here, so let's take this out and delete. Yep, and that's gonna create a new one. Error for Ubuntu VH. Okay, we're gonna remove this maintenance. We're gonna choose our trigger. Our trigger will be for just to make an alert. We're gonna choose all that can be wrong with the with our host Ubuntu Mini H. We're gonna select them. We're gonna add our trigger, and we're gonna select our host that it has to be you have to match with the trigger that we're referring to. In this case is Ubuntu Mini H. Okay. Okay. Add this as well. Now we're going to operations. This is the body of the message. You can type whatever you want the message. In this case, we're gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna make some operations. That's what's gonna happen if the host is presenting one of those errors, and it's gonna send an alert to the admins, and we're gonna label it um, the event of knowledge. We're gonna add the message of the alert to the admins, and the recovery operation is kind of message in case the other one there is a problem with the first one, and will be sent to the send a recovery message notifying all the admins that received the the first message, and also you can send another message more specific just to the admins. In this case, we're gonna add both of them, and we're gonna add this to our action, and on our action it's enabled, and we're gonna add to create a new one. This one is the pretty much the configuration of the action. Each trigger, you don't have to assign all of them, but each of them will provide you a problem, or that's the trigger will allow the alert to be sent if something of this happened to the host. And yeah, that was the creation of the alerts. And now if we're going to monitoring and graph, we can see a couple of all the performance of some of the hosts that we got here. Let's try with this Ubuntu Mini, and I think it's this one what I got. Yep, and this is how is the performance of the host. It was a peak there, it was because I opened one of the Google website, since that was it was running more traffic at that moment. But if we're going to Google again, let's see if it shows what's happening now. Yeah, if you hold it for a little while, it holds more um, how has been the traffic in the last 2 hours, 2 minutes. It's depending of how you can manage how much you wanna check the performance of the host. And also you have the memory usage, and you can check the CPU load as well. um, yeah, that's pretty much one of the few of the basics tasks that you can perform with Zabbix. And that's all. Thank you.